show the sales, but units should be displayed as dollars, and we should have 2 decimals, and we have to show category in colors as well. All right, so let's begin the first task. And for every sheet, I've come up with some questions, predefined questions, just prepared 10 minutes before. So we'll solve each one of them. First thing, I want to find out category. That means, do you have any dimension called as category? Yes, we have it. So drag and drop it into the row shelf or column shelf. So there's no problem here. You can put anywhere you want it. So I'll put that in the column shelf. And you want it to show sales. And when I drag sales, the default aggregation in Tableau is sum. So it will be summing all the numbers for that category. Now a little bit expanded. I'll use the shortcut Control right arrow and turn on the labels. And you have to show these numbers in dollars with 2 decimals. So how do I do it? Right click on the measure. You can go to format. So where I'm right clicking, I'm clicking this drop down, or you can say right click and then format option. Then you have to go to the pane here, because axis means it will do formatting for this, but we wanted to apply formatting for these numbers. So I'll go to pane here. Pane is like working area, so whatever report you are saying. Now the number section, I wanted to go to currency. Then you have to select here United States, which shows in dollars, and you want it to show in 2 decimals. By default it is in 2, but if you want to see how to control it, so here where you can find out that. And if you want to have these units in thousands, millions, billions, you can make use of this. So I'll select units as thousands, and this is all what I wanted to show. And make it little bold. Right, make it little bold, maybe bigger size you want it. Fine. And at the same time you can format the axis here. So it's available here, right here. So you can just click on it and make it this as bold as well. And if you want to format these, so these are headers. That's what we understood yesterday. This is header, this is axis. Very commonly asked certification question. Headers are related to dimensions, and the measures creates axis. Axis are for measures, headers are for dimensions. Okay. Now just want to make it bold. So let's click on it, say format again. You will see header, then just make it little bold. That's it. And can you remove the background lines? Yes, of course. Click on lines. You find grid lines, just say none, and it's gone. Finished. This is my first report for today. And I want to show category in colors. So it is always in blue color, the default color, which I don't like. So customer says, can you show these things in different colors? Okay, that's very simple. Now these are categories, so put category into colors. So there are 2 ways you can do it. You can drag category into colors, or you can drag this category also into colors. But if you want to do here, you have to hold control button and take a copy of this and put it into colors. If you don't use control button, then it will go and sit here and it will look like this. So make sure if you want to drag this into this, hold control button and put it here. Otherwise you can always just drag this directly into colors. So anyways, it will work. Now what is this type of coloring called as. So if you are looking at the screen, I drag dimension into colors. So that means this type of coloring is called as discrete coloring. Coloring by dimensions. Very important for written test question. Coloring by dimensions known as you have multiple names. Discrete coloring means unique coloring. Each bar will get some different value. Or categorical coloring or dimension coloring. You have multiple names. You have multiple names. But what is important? So we use this word a lot, categorical or discrete. So these two terminologies. Coloring by dimension is known as categorical coloring or discrete coloring. Discrete means like unique, or every bar gets a different color. So that is what we call it as discrete. And you can see there is a new screen or new window coming up here showing that these are the values for category and these are the colors we applied. Now you can say, I don't like this blue color, I want to change it. Yes, of course, you can change it. Double click on this, you will get a pop-up here and you can choose now which color you want to assign. You can choose it. So for furniture, I want to assign this. Okay, you can just say apply and okay. But if you see in the background, that's already changed. So it applies in this order here. So first this, second this, third this, fourth this. So it will try to apply in this order. But if you want to change the colors, you can change it. You can double click on the color palette, edit colors, you will get the same window. Or you can directly click on the furniture or this palette here, then you get directly that window. Okay, so that's one option. Now if I don't like it here, I can close this. So here you can see that word hide card. So anything related to marks, we call it as marks card, like color card, size card, label card, so like that. If I close this accidentally, okay, how do I get it back? So I closed it by mistake or intentionally or unintentionally I closed it. How do I get it back? This is also an interview question. Very simple, silly one. But so the important thing is, how do I get it back? Right click on the empty area, then you find the option legends. Then you will find three things under legends. One is color, shape, and size. So these are legends in Tableau. This is one interview question. What are legends in Tableau? So it is colors, shapes, and sizes. So just turn it on, so that will be back again. So you can place it anywhere you want. So there's no restriction. Okay. So I'll just quickly put one question here. So the question here is, what are legends in Tableau? Right. So legends in Tableau, you have like colors, size, and shapes. These are called as legends. Right. Now this is complete. Now my report is done. So two things for us, new things: coloring by dimensions, categorical coloring, and how to change the labels, the formats. You know that, right click and formats. And how do I change the color of these bars? Double click or just click on color edit, or click on these and you can get those, you can get colors palettes visible. Just an extension to this, I want to show the same color for labels also. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll take a duplicate of this sheet. So you can find that duplicate option available. There are duplicates, but I'll just use duplicate here. Okay, and if the requirement is to show same color for labels also, If it is orange, show orange. Violet, show violet. Red, red. How do I do that? Okay, that's pretty simple. So click on the labels here, and then we'll go to the font, and you find an option here, match mark color. Okay, where did I go? Go to label and click on font here, and there is an option, match mark color. So just click on it. Now whatever is the color of the bar, so that's the same color for these fonts. So if you want to make it bold, of course it's already bold, but because of the color it looks like that. Okay, so this is one requirement which we got many years ago. Show that in the same fonts. Yes, you can show that. By default it is black, but you can always apply the same colors. Okay, this is also new. That's my first report which is done. Let's save it. So I'm saving it in TWPX format because you should get the data along with the file. Right, let's move on to the second requirement, second sheet, and let's see what we have to build. Read the question. So you want to show state-wise profits. I want to show profits in colors this time. It is not the dimension which I want to use. I want to make use of the measure this time. Okay, state-wise. State, is it a dimension? So now I don't know, so I can search here. So state, okay, it's available, and let's put that here. Okay, now what you want to show, profits. All right, take your profits, put it here, and you are going to see something like this. Very good. Now can you turn on the labels? And this is not very interesting report, isn't it? So one is left side, one is right. Always try to sort it. Okay, let's sort it in descending ascending order. Now you can see that there are positive values for the states, and if you scroll down you will find negative values as well. Okay, now there are positives, there are negatives. This is a report what they wanted to see, that is fine, but I want to show profits in colors. Very good. Now you can drag profits from here or hold control button, put it into colors like this. Now what you are seeing here, are you seeing in different colors? So if you scroll down, you are seeing only in two colors, isn't it? So if you see this bar, the positive values, it is trying to show in blue color, and the negative values, it is trying to show in orange color. But how we should understand is, so if you are coloring by measure, it takes only one color. So let's talk about only positives. So this is just one blue color, and it is applying the shades in that color. The highest value, the number, it will make it the darkest, and the least value, it will be very very light color, but it is just of same color itself, same blue color itself, but it is trying to apply in different shades. Now in reality you will have this requirement so many times. So the first requirement what I'm trying to take here is, I don't like this blue and orange. Can you show in green and red? Green is for positive and red is for negative. Okay, so how you can change the colors? Now you can go to color palette, you can say edit colors again, so you will get this window. Or you can also try from here, click on this small drop down, you will find edit colors, click on it, you will get the same window here. So you are seeing here two different palettes, color palettes. So let's change here, I wanted green here, I wanted red here. Okay, so let's click on it. I want to show it in green, and left side I want to show it in red. So this is how I want it to show. Okay, so you can say hit apply, and okay. Now you can see that these are all greens are all positives, and as it reaches a zero, it becomes blank, and when it goes on from zero to negative, so it becomes the different shade of this color. This is one type of requirement. But another way here, so I'll take duplicate. Now the customer is saying, this is fine. Can you show all positive numbers in green and all negative numbers in red? Okay, we can do that. And remember, you have like multiple ways to solve this problem. So you can go for calculations. So this option is very easy, very straightforward, but we don't know how to use it now. So I'll try to adjust from here itself. So my requirement is show all positives in green and negatives in red. Show all positive values in green and negative in red. This is without using calculated fields. If somebody already knows Tableau, so how do you do that? Right, observe the steps, click on it, edit colors. Now it shows the same thing here. And what change I'm going to do here, see, observe, I'm selecting step to color and just make this to 2. That means show only 2 colors. Don't show me multiple steps. Red, light red, and very light red. Don't show me that. Just show me 2. One is for green, one is for red. But how should Tableau understand positives are red, negatives are red? Click on Advanced tab here. Click on Advanced tab. You will find these options: start value, end value, center value. So if it is the center, it is 0. So from center to start, it takes red. Center to end, it takes green. So you have to just click on advanced and just make use of this. And just say apply and say OK. Now you can see here all positives are in green and all negatives are in red. Okay, that's how you can build it without using the calculated fields. Okay, we don't know what is that, but if somebody already knows that, this is the trick which you can use it. All right, now this is another example here. And can you do the same formatting here? Make it bold, make this bold, remove the grid lines, all repetitive process. So why to waste time? So I'll go to the first sheet. You already did that here. I'll clean up here. So I'll try to copy the formatting option. I want to make use of copy formatting. Okay, now you go to the sheet. To this sheet, I want to apply that formatting. So very simple. Now make use of this option, paste formatting. Let's see what it does. Okay, did that apply anything? Of course, it applied only for 1 or 2. It didn't apply for many things. Very bad, isn't it? Now let's try again. Paste formatting. All right, is it really working? Let's check here. So let's build some other sample dummy one, and let's say swap it. So what I'll do, I'll say copy formatting. I'm just testing it. So it has to make these bold, make these bold, make these bold. So right click and paste formatting. All right, it did do that. So this and this are done, but it didn't make these things bold. Yeah, it only does small part. So in this case again, you have to do it manually again. So right click, it has removed the grid lines if you observe it. And so I'll just make this bold, set, and right click on the axis. Let's say format option, and this time it is axis. Then just make it bold. That's it. So if you want to keep it here, you can. Otherwise, you can bring that here and you can show that report like this. And let's build one more report. So I'm just going to bring that here. Now, another example, region-wise sales, but I want to show sales in colors. Now, if you are dragging a measure into the color, then it is called as continuous coloring. So you can see now it is just one color with different shades. So what is this type of coloring called as? Okay, let's put that here. Coloring by measure is known as continuous coloring. Continuous coloring. Okay, very important for written test, for certification, and even for interview purpose. Coloring by dimensions or categorical coloring. Coloring by measure is continuous coloring. So I don't like these blues, I want to change to green. So just click on colors, edit colors. This time only one box because all positive values, there is no negative value. So I'll just choose that color. Now that's how it looks like. Okay. So important thing is coloring by measure is continuous. And how do I apply only two colors? So just a quick thing, edit colors. Then you have to select this option, step the colors to 2, and click on advanced button. Then so you select your options where you want to start, where you want to end. Then just say okay. Very important interview question. Okay, fine. That's one example. So we are just playing around with the reports, the colorings, the formats, terminologies. Let's go to the next report. Very commonly used. I want to show year-wise sales. Now, how many years of data you have in Tableau? I don't know. Now let's check that. Remember one common thing. Whenever you are working with year, quarter, month, week, day, that means there should be the columns with the names, dates. Any technology, any domain, any data source, so you will definitely find that column name which will have date in that. Now if I want to work with year, now I will search for what are the fields, what are the columns available for dates. Okay, now I see now there are two fields, two columns in my data source. One is order date, when I received the order, when I shipped the order. Now the requirement is I want to find in each year how much sales I got. Which field should I pick up here according to you? Order date or ship date?
Probably ship date will be helpful. Suppose we place an order, we might ship this date. So the order should not
Hmm,
be cancelled. It's going to ship. So ship date will be ideal.
okay, so you are thinking that ship date should be the one. Okay, so how to always look at this is which date comes first? Is it order
Order
or is it
date.
ship?
Order date comes first.
The date comes first. That means we have to pick here order date because this is a date the order has been placed. For example, today we got an order, we received an order. Okay, I will be shipping it from today, maybe today or tomorrow. I will do it based on the availability of the product. Similarly, the transaction dates. So when did the transaction happen? So the first date which comes into system, that is what we have to pick up. So in this case, we will pick up order date. Okay, there will be many dates: order date, delivery date, ship date, and the transit date, and the delivery completed date, delivery started date. There will be so many dates. But for us, when did you first receive the order? So that is captured in order date. That's one point. Second, if you have observed, here, if I dragged category, I got exactly the same way how it is. Category, category. If I dragged city, then the name city, city. It's exactly the same. Now, if I dragged order date, this is a date field. Now, is there any difference? Here it is order date. Here it is year of order date. So Tableau is trying to apply something here. It's trying to do something. It is trying to show that year first, because whenever we talk about the dates, remember, very very important point. So whenever we use the date fields, that means the date will have these things. What does date will have? So it will have year, it will have month, it will have day, it will have hour, minutes, seconds, and even nanoseconds. So when I say today's date, so we say that today is 15th, means we know that it is September 15th. So that means by default it is like September 15, 2023. That means these three things always comes together. So we cannot break it. So in all these date parts, so I'm using a new terminology, date part. This is part of the date. Minutes is part of the date. Hours is part of the date. Day, month, year. So these date parts together make it as a date, complete date. This is a complete date. So complete date is made up of your parts of the date, year, month, day, and so on. Now what Tableau is trying to do here is, out of all these, which one is the bigger or the highest one, from where you can drill down. If I know year, I can go to the quarter. From the quarter, I can go to month. From the month, I can go to week. From the week, I can go to day. From day, hour. From hour, minutes. From minutes, seconds. Seconds to nanoseconds. That means these are all subsets. That means one inside the other. And who is the bigger one? The outermost is the year. That's why what Tableau says is, you have so many date parts, so I will pick up year only because this is the highest one I can find, and beyond this you will not find anything. So it is trying to apply year of that column, year of that column. So what happens internally? So let's go to the table. It is going to retrieve only year from that column. Okay, I clicked on this. Is that not still working? Come on. Okay, there's an error. That's still fine. Okay, I have this column. That's good. So what Tableau is trying to do, it comes to this date column and it is going to retrieve. It is going to retrieve only year from this. So like, let's say insert here. Insert. So what is year from this? 2018. And what is year from this column? 2018. So it is going to pull all that information from this column, and it is trying to show that information here. So if your requirement is I want to show everyday information, yes, I will show that as well. But the default behavior for any date fields is it will show year by default. Okay, that's only point. Second observation, you will see plus icon coming up here. Okay, we'll see what is that plus icon. Now what you want to show here, year wise sales. Okay, let's put that here. Finished. Now see the report here. Okay, it's trying to show something report. Is it very beautiful, very meaningful? I don't really understand what it shows. But why is it showing here is what we have to understand. The reason is previously it is all showing either vertical bar charts or horizontal bars. But like this, vertical or horizontal. But in this case, it is trying to show the line chart here. Okay, why is it showing line chart? The default behavior of BI tools is if you are working, if you are dragging the date related fields, then the default type of chart is a line chart. Very, very important interview question. So the question here is, so if we have date fields in the row shelf or in the column shelf, the default type of chart is line chart. That's the point. But I don't find meaningful. I want to change the type of chart. Of course, you can do it always here. So just come to this drop down and change to bar and turn on the labels. Finished. But only observation, whenever you see line chart, that means you have a date fields. That's the default behavior. That's one observation. Now let's go to the next sheet, and this time I don't want to show just year. Can you show me month wise? Because every year you have 12 months and you are saying that you have 4 years of data, which is good. And can you show me year wise, month wise sales? Okay, now I'll just search for my dates. I'll take order date, put that. I'll see year, that is fine. Now I want to show year and month, and I can do it in multiple ways. I'll show all of them, but for now, so just watch the simple way. Click on this plus icon, just expand it. Okay, what it is showing? Quarter. So Tableau says I can filter out even quarter as well. Okay, let's dig one more level. Now what it shows? Okay, each quarter has got 3 months. Okay, still you see the plus icon. Okay, still dig more. Then this time this is the last one. It says day wise. So that means by default Tableau can drill down. So this is called as drill down. Year to quarter to month to day. So I can drill down or I can drill up as well. So if you are just closing them, this is drill up and this is drill down. So I can drill down to this level. Now what you wanted to show, only year, only month. So that means I have to remove this, remove this. Can I remove it? Of course you can remove, there is no problem. So how you can remove? Click on it, go to the last remove option. Okay, that's a lengthy one, so I'll just use this. Remove it. And even quarter, I should not show that. Remove it. Now you can show year and month. You wanted to show sales. Now take your sales, put it into the columns. By default, it shows line chart because you have dates. I don't want line charts for now, but I'll change it to bar like this and just turn on the labels. Now don't sort it because we wanted to show the month wise, year wise, month wise. So you can leave it here and just clean up these extra lines. So something like that. So I'll just say copy formatting and paste formatting. So the backgrounds are gone. This is bold. And can I make these two things little bold? Of course, you can do that. So select this and say right click. You will find format option. Anywhere if you want to do something, just format it. Okay. So I'm doing individually, but you can do it in single shot as well. One. W got stuck for a second. Now I want to select these. You can do right click format. That's also fine. And you see one option here, fields. So it is referring to these options. Now I'll just say I wanted to make it for a month and I want to make it bold. So you can select which field you wanted to make it bold from here as well. Instead of going here, right click format, right click format. Open this dialog once and make use of these options. It's very easy. Okay, this is also done. Now I'm showing year wise, month wise, sales. My report is ready. So it's pretty simple. Just drag and drop and apply formatting. That's all you have to do. I hope it's clear.
Sir, I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Uh, when you are dragging the order date, just because it is a date, why is it showing as ABC here? Like the date done by, it
wait,
should
wait.
show
I
as,
understood till one point. Whenever I dragged order date,
yeah, when you
then
leave it there, say it's showing the year and by the side it's showing as ABC, right? No, below when you see 2020 and it is showing as ABC. There, it should ideally show
wait,
the date symbol, right?
no, no, hang on. So it's hard to understand your voice. Your voice is very low. Is it
Okay, can you hear
anyone
me?
can?
Can you hear me now?
It's still manageable, but I'll try.
Okay, what I'm saying is when you are dragging the order date, just because it is the date field, by the side of 2020 year, it should show as the date symbol, right? Why is it showing as ABC?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Why is
Correct.
it ABC here? ABC. I can see ABC there, right?
ABC. Okay. So your question is ABC. Okay. So this is the default behavior of Tableau. So it what why is it showing here is if you want to look at what numbers you have for these, that means if you are dragging any measure, then it will fill up these values. That means if you take sales or profits here, see what happens is this ABCs will be converting line format. Otherwise, if you want to show the numbers, just the numbers here, then if you take your profit and if you drop it here, then this ABC will be changed to the numbers. Okay, I mean this is a default behavior and it shows ABCs for everything, not only for the dates. If you take customer names, it will show ABC. If you take a region, still it shows ABC. Anything for any field, it will show that ABCs. Okay, and
Okay, sir.
what in case, for example, I don't want to show this ABC. Okay, is it possible? Of course, it is possible. I can just blank them out. So there are multiple ways to remove these ABCs. I don't want to show them at all. Okay, that is possible. So the trick here is, so we will just double click here. Actually, this is one interview question. So just put here the double quotes with an empty, sorry, single quotes with an empty space, and you take that, put it into the text. So we can remove that ABCs from here. Right? That's the simple technique we have. And there are multiple ways we can do that. And I'll come back again to that. And the another way, what you can do is, of course, you can hide them, but this is not a good way. But some people what they do, so they'll just remove that column like this. Okay? Even you don't need this, so you can just move that column to the left like this. Then you can hide those ABCs. Multiple ways.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good. Good observation. And that is one interview question. How do I hide ABCs here? So, so one option, just create an empty pill. We call this as a pill with a single code option. So this is one way. Enter that first step and put it into the text. You have to drop into the text here. This is one way. And second way is, so you can just move that column which you don't want. So you can just move this to the left. So this is also one way. And there's still one more way where you have to do some formatting options. That's not needed now. So they have given this option beautifully. All right, good question. And I'll keep the solution here. So I'll put that here and go back. All right, because this is important interview question. Come on, Tableau. Shouldn't hang. It should give me control back. Okay. So this is very important interview question. How to hide ABCs. So the answer here is create an empty pill by double clicking on the column shelf and type space and hit enter. Then drag this into the text of Mark's card. That will get hidden. Second way, just drag the ABC column to the left possible, and to whatever possible left you can drag it. So just drag it, and it will get hidden. Very, very important question. Most of the times you will get this question. Good. Any other questions? I'm happy that so slowly questions have started. You should come up with so many questions. All right, no worries. Let's go to the next one. Next report. What I have to build: year-wise number of orders. So before we solve this question, now can you look at this data here and can you help me answer this question? This is a data. This is my question. Sorry.
Two products were sold.
So I'll give you option A, 2, option B, 4. Which one is correct?
Two, sir. I mean, A.
Okay, one vote for A.
Option A.
September. Okay, option A. Okay, let me ask you. So who all said A? That means you just sold two products. Is it not four? One, two, three, four. Is it not four? I mean, why did you avoid the duplicates?
Sir, we are seeing AB and AB, sir. So only A product sold in September, September 10th and September 11th. So
Correct.
only two products.
Correct. So here, how we should understand is, of course, the answer is right. So here, only two products is the right answer. You are selling product A on this date and the same product A on another day. Okay, that is still fine. But for me as a store manager, so maybe I have like A, B, C, D products, like four products. Out of four, only two products are getting sold. One is A, one is B. Even though you see here the repetition, now I'm not going to consider that this is a different product than this. These two are same. So in my case, if I say how many products we sold, I would say only two products which are like A and B. So only two products sold. One is A, one is B. Now, so you have got, or let's say we are ordering something in Amazon here. Everyone orders the products, isn't it? So in Amazon, so I'm the customer. So customer A. Now I'm trying to order like three things here. I wanted to order a new mobile phone, let's say some Vivo V17, something like that. And I also ordered some earpods, and I also ordered the Vivo mobile case. Okay, and I have customer B. Now this customer he ordered a laptop. Okay. Now from the company's point of view, how many orders did you get? From Amazon point of view,
It's two.
how
Two
many
orders
orders?
and four
Should be
products.
just
Four
two.
orders.
Two
Now only
orders
on,
and four products.
see, customer A gave you one order, and customer B, so he gave you one order. Of course, this order contains multiple products. Multiple products. This contains multiple products or maybe a single product. It is very similar to we go to a restaurant, we book a table, and so you are a customer and you placed so many things. First, get me the soup, then get me biryani, then get me the bill. So many things you ordered. You are one customer and you placed so many small orders inside that. Now, from the restaurant point of view, you are one customer, you are giving an order. That's it. Why is this important here? Let's go to Tableau and let's go to the table. Right, will it open the table? Otherwise, I'll go to Excel if it fails. Okay, now let's look at the customer. Can I sort it here? Yes, of course, you can sort it. There's no problem. And now let's look at the order ID here. So look at this row. Okay, look at this row. He is a customer with this ID. He placed an order on this date, and this is his order ID. Now, how many products he ordered? Product 1, product 2. So there are two products. So two different products. And so those two products contain, okay, this information like how much sales and how much profits. It contains that information. So I'm not worried about that. Now, this customer on this date, he placed how many orders? Is it one or is it two?
Two orders.
Now, the order is only one.
One
So
order.
this is his
Oh,
order. So he
oh,
placed
different
one
product.
order. That one order contains two products here.
Okay.
Now, according to us or according to company, I got one order from this customer. Okay. Now, same customer, so he came back again on 15th. Now, if you look at it again, so he ordered two more products. But the order ID, if you see, it is just the same.
Oh, okay.
It is just the same. So that means here, if you come back, so for this customer, if I placed three things, now all these three things will be like one. So order number one, and this is like it contains three products. So now customer B, this is like order number two. Now you have got only one product. For all these products, order number will be just one, but it will be linked with the different products. Why is this important? Is now I'm looking at the date column now. I want to see in 2020 how many orders I got. Now, if let's assume that in 2020 you only have one customer and only one order you got. So we have only these two records. That's it. In 2020, now should I consider duplicates? No, isn't it? It is just one order. Now, how to tell to Tableau that you ignore the duplicates and get me the count? So there are two functions, two methods available here. So what are they? Count and count distinct. So if you see D means count distinct. Now what happens here is if I apply, if I want to get how many products we sold, the same question, then I want to ignore the duplicates here. So if you want to ignore the duplicates, then you have to use this aggregation count D, ignore the duplicates of that column. So if you say count D of product, then you will get output as 2. If you just say here count of that column, count of this column, it really doesn't care what data you have. So it will say 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this will return you 4. Now how to avoid duplicates and get only the unique values count? You have to make use of count D of products. Okay, same thing you can apply for these columns also. Now if I say count D of date, then it will say these two are one single value, then this is one value, this is one value. So if I say here, if I say here count D of date column, it will give me 3 records. And if I just say count of date, now it will see how many records I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And even you can apply this for even sales as well. So that means these functions you can apply for any column here. Do I have duplicates? No duplicates here. So it will give 4, and even if you say count of sales, it will give you 4. Okay? That's how count and count distinct works. Let's go back to Tableau. We have to solve this question now. Year wise, how many orders you got? Year wise means let's put order date, and now I want to find out number of orders. Do I have any measure here? There's no measure, sales, quantity, profits, discount. I want to see orders count. To which field it is referring to? It is referring to your order
Order
ID.
ID.
But this is a dimension. Now, if I drag it here, let's see what happens. It's giving you a warning that there are so many records. Do you want to add? Yes, just say here add all members. Let's see what happens. Okay, see, it is giving you the order IDs here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to show each order ID here. I want to get the number. What is the count of these? I want to get the count of these. Okay, how do I get it? Now, this is the time to understand that. So, it's a note. We can convert dimensions to measures and also vice versa. So, vice versa is also possible. We can also convert measures to dimensions. This is one interview question. Can you convert from one format to another format? Yes, we can do it. But how? How do I convert this dimension to measure? That means blue color to green color. Okay, that's pretty simple. Now click on this drop down and come to measure, and you will find only four options. Now I wanted to see the count. Now let's say I want to click on count. Let's see what happens. If you place side by side, that's how it looks like, but I'll place it in columns. By default line, I don't want line, show me in the bar format. Okay, so this is how I can show that, but this is the wrong number here because you are counting how many order IDs you have. So there can be duplicates as well, isn't it? So each customer, if he place 10 orders, sorry, one order, if it has 10 products, it will take the duplicates. So duplicates like this. Okay, where did that go? Just have to sort by customer name. So what you have to do is you just have to ignore the duplicates. So this customer has placed two products. So here it will count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. No, no, don't count the duplicates. So ignore the duplicates. Give me the correct result. Okay, then you have to make sure it is not count, it is count distinct. Now see the numbers here. This is the right number. There are only 995 orders in 2020 by different customers, and each order will have so many products inside it. Now one question will come to everyone. How do I know whether I should use count or CountD? How how do I know that? Because it is always confusing. No worries, there's one trick for that. So here 99% of the cases for dimensions we go for count p. Okay, what is that meaning? Where was order id? Order id is a dimension. So if you are trying to take the count, then because this is a dimension, you have to use count d. So dimension starts with the word d, and count d also ends with d. So that's the shortcut to remember, but I'll show you where is that 1% difference you will get it. So once we'll go to some projects, then I'll show you where is that 1%. But majority of the cases, if you are trying to get how many cities I have, how many categories I have, how many regions I have, we will go for count D. Okay, let's see them very quickly. I want to find how many regions we have. If you drag, you are seeing only 4 of them. Okay, now let's change this to count and turn on labels. what is the number it is showing? 10,194. It is absolutely wrong. So what it is doing, it's going to each region here. It is counting each row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Why are you counting duplicates? Avoid duplicates. Okay, how can I avoid duplicates? Then just select here, count distinct, then 4 regions. Same thing applies to everything here. How many states I have? I want to see how many states I have. So I am trying to change it to count. Oh, 10,194 states. Not possible, isn't it? That's wrong. Now always I'll go to count distinct. So there are 59 states. Similarly, you can take anything here. How many categories you have? Just 3 of them. Now if I take here count, it shows it's counting all the rows with duplicates. Now that's wrong. So I'll take distinct count, then it shows 3. Okay, so for most of the dimensions or majority of them, we'll apply count D. That's one point. Based on this here, based on that discussion, can we try to solve this question? How many customers we have in each region? Okay, customer is a dimension, region also dimension. So we are not at all looking at the measures. Now what do we do? Region drag and drop. Okay, I'm very lazy. So just double click, it will add it to the row shelf. Okay, that's the shortcut. I want to see how many customers. Okay, now what you do, take your customer name, you put it here, and then it shows like this. This is wrong. I want the number. Then you come here, you go to measure. Now if you select count, it will show wrong result. So I'll say count distinct. This is your customers. There are multiple steps here, isn't it? Drag customer name, then select count distinct. Instead, the shortcut here is use your mouse right button on your mouse. So hold on your right mouse and put that here. Then you will get this small window, the shortcut here. If you use left mouse button, then if you release it, you will see this thing. But I don't want to see this at all. Then instead of left button, use mouse right button, release your mouse, you will get this window. Okay, which one you want to select? Count distinct, say okay, done. This is the shortcut here. So whenever you want to track counts, use mouse right buttons. That's the trick. Okay, so you can use mouse right button, then release it, then it prompts to select the type of counts. Now I can see, okay, the empty space wasted. I'll say entire view. Or can I swap this view? Okay, use this option. You can swap this view. Okay, you can put it to standard. You can adjust it. Mm, Now I can see easily the west region has got highest customers. Arrange them in an order. West region, then east, then central, then south. That's how you can solve this problem. Okay, hope it's clear. Let's go to the next one. So very less things to solve, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there are many things. All right, let's see one by one how much we can today. Next report. There's no big deal here. Subcategory, maybe the dimension here, you can find that here. And I want to show sales and average sales. How many measure? It's just one measure only, but for one measure, I want to show sum of sales and also average sales. Okay, this is one interview question. So the question here is, I tracked sales here. So it is showing sum of sales, which is good. Can I track sales again? What do you think? Yes, no, not possible. Same measure, one more time. Will it allow? Same dimension, again. Will it allow? Okay, let's see. If you drag this one more time, it will allow. One more time, it allows. There's no restriction here. So you can drag and drop multiple times. There's no problem. Okay, let's remove all of them. I don't want all the three. I select it by holding Shift button and I'll say remove. One click, it's gone. Now drag sales again. Yes, let's put that one more time. Now you wanted to show sales. Okay, this is fine. And second, I want to show average sales. Default is sum, but I wanted to show average. How do I change the aggregation? Before that, turn on the numbers so that you see that both are same now. But let's change to average. Now how do I change? Come to measure, then the default is sum. I want to change average. That's it. One is sum, one is average. That's finished. That's all you have to show. What are the interview questions? Can I track same fields multiple times? Yes, you can do it. Can I track it for measures as well? You can do it. And how to change the aggregation? Just select that the measure, go to the measure and select the required aggregations. Remember these things in future as you work with it. Just come to this, just go through this. Remember what options you have got. Okay, so tomorrow I'll ask you one question based on that. Interview question, not my questions. All right, that's all you have to do. So sales and average sales. Pretty simple one. And let's see the next question. Display subcategory wise average sales and average profits. Of course, very similar one. There's no big deal in this. I'll drag subcategory. I'll put it here, maybe this time. No, you can put it here. Average sales. See again what you are doing. You are dragging sales here and coming here, change to average. Multiple steps. So let's avoid multiple steps. What you can do is use your mouse right button, drag your sales, drop it. You will get this window. Now directly choose which one you want to apply. I want to apply average sales. Finished. Turn on labels and you wanted to show average profits also. So again use mouse right button, then put that. You will get this window. You wanted to show average profits. So let's select average profits and say OK. Then make sure that the empty spaces are properly aligned. And now can you sort these things? Okay, you want to sort by sales, you want to sort by profits. How do I do it? This is the interview question. Can you sort by sales in descending order? Okay, I have only these options, so I'll click on this. Now what happened? So sales are sorted in descending order. Very good. Now interviewer is asking, can you sort by profits in descending order? Okay, you click on it. I want to sort these bars now, but if you click on it, it's still sorting sales. It is not sorting profits. How do I sort profits in descending order? How do we do that? Okay, so the question I'll just add here, sort profits or sales. So whatever measure you wanted, you can do it in descending or in ascending order. So how do you do that? So the simple trick here is you can do it in multiple ways. So the first way is you click on that measure first. If you want to sort by profit, you click on that measure, then you click on this sorting order. Now this is sorted in descending. If you want to sort in ascending, yes, just click on it, it works. Now I want to sort sales in descending order. So you have to click on sales, then you click on these buttons, then it will sort it. This is one way. Second way, if you come to this place, you will see one option here, ascending, descending. So you can use this. If you want to sort this measure, so you can click on it, you can click on it. Okay, this is the second way you can sort it. And another way is also there. Now, if you click on this button, you will see the sort option here. So you will see this sort option. Click on it. Wait for a new window. Now it says these options. You have to click by the field here and which field it will ask you here. So you wanted to sort by your average sales. Right, where is that? So where is that sales? You can take that. You can take apply average. Then you can apply descending, ascending. Okay. This is not the right example to use this, but I'm just showing you how can you sort in multiple ways. I want to sort profits in descending. Now the first step, it will show like this. You have to choose field, then descending, then you choose here profit, and it is average profit. So you have to say average profit in descending order. Okay? You can also try this way. So multiple ways are available. That's one point. Okay, and maybe these things I'll take in the next session because it's a continuation and very important one. So types of access are there. So we'll talk about them in the next session. I could not finish this, but no worries. We'll take these to next sessions. But from here, you have to put on this hands-on every day. Whatever we replicated, you just have to do it without failure so that you will get hands-on, hands-free, because going forward it will be very easy for you. If you miss 1 or 2 days practice, it will feel little difficult for you to pick up from there. So every day just replicate, repeat what we are doing, the options, the settings, different ways. So just replicate them. Okay, I'll stop it here for today, and tomorrow we'll have session. When is the festival? Monday or Tuesday? It's not very clear. So many people. Is it on Monday or is it on Tuesday?
Monday.
Even I'm not sure. Okay, Monday. Okay. Yeah, if